will, no matter what it takes. 'Cause you always find like wine. I don't give a fuck about all these dudes. I don't give a fuck about what they gonna do. I'ma show them that what I could do that they couldn't do. But I guess I had to be real true. I'm so happy. Yeah. So fine.
There we go.
Oh man. One night.
That's right.
It
Mr.
changed the
Wine?
world. I guess we've got to wait and see. Let's go, baby. Never thought I would be so
There
like
you go.
man, you be like me. Feel so fright. 'Cause you know that I always overlove what I see and that's right, yeah. I always know what's gonna be good. I don't give a fuck about what couldn't be or what could. Doesn't matter what you say, I'll always be by your side. Every day, anyway. I just gotta know that you always love me for the person that I am. I'ma treat you like a queen, 'cause girl, you be mine. Never am, always had, always will. No matter what it takes. 'Cause you always find like wine. I don't give a fuck about all these dudes. I don't give a fuck about what they gonna do. I'ma show them that what I could do that they couldn't do. But I guess I had to be real true. 'Cause they only gonna talk about how they ain't gonna do what they say they're gonna do, but they never do. But I guess I learned when it came out. I guess I learned that all the people that love me never love me. Why? True feelings ain't always what they say.
Alrighty, thank you for listening here. Jay on the Wolf. We're going to start our podcast for this evening. 9:30. It's going to be so far a good evening. A lot to talk about and different things that we can go over. Perfect. All right, so let's talk about our evening options. We're going to move to our additional camera. Can you guys hear me okay now? Is this working for you guys? This might be better. Hold on, let's see if it's working. That is probably why people couldn't hear me. I'm just trying to make sure that this is working. Can you guys hear me okay now? Is this working for you guys? Okay, we got it. We got it. We got the audio. So, guys, basically, what we're talking about is the whole Charlie Kirk ordeal. We are really frustrated about this whole thing. The main focus here is it's unreal. Um, I got to be honest. It's really turned our pages to the book of what's going on. It's really opened up some visual eyes on some of the things that are happening. My condolences go out to the family for Charlie Kirk. I can't express enough for my condolences to them. The guy was phenomenal. Had a real sense of being able to debate things, to be able to talk about things, and honestly, we've seen so much coming from the left side, the retaliation, the facts, the truth, uh, the reality. There is a lot of frustration. I mean, legitimately, there's a lot of frustration, and they really are trying to shut us up. They don't want us to speak, and they don't want to. They really don't want us to speak out. And I got to be honest with you, it's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be able to shut us up. They can try as hard as they want. They can try to make this as difficult as they want to. But the reality of this is that we aren't going to be quiet. We don't have to. And we're not going to. Our goal is to sit here and use the rights that we have to speak about some of the situations that we're dealing with. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to sit here and tell you that people shouldn't. No, we should. I mean, we do have constitutional rights, and we should be able to use those effectively. We should be able to use them in a way that is going to help us with being able to fight back on some of these issues that are going on within our country. And excuse me for a minute while I adjust my yeah, so hold on. So, realistically, we're dealing with, the left side trying to shut us out and shut us up. Personally, I don't care. They can sit there and do all they want, but the truth comes out. People are going to speak up. People are going to fight back. This is happening. This is a situation that many people are going to fight back now. And some have swapped sides on their political views because they see what is going on. They see the amount of destruction coming from the other party. I have to say it, and I'm going to say it. This is an absolute nightmare. This is a situation that has turned sour. And it's going to look like shit on some of these people that want to support the Democratic Party. I'm sorry, but it's not going to last. It's not going to win. You are not going to shut us up. That is one thing that you don't understand. And that is why Trump is very, very on point about protecting our rights with the Constitution that we have. He is very on point about fighting back, saving our country, or trying to save our country on money that he's trying to do everything he can to build our country back to what it was. You got to remember, years ago we used to have gasoline at $1.50 a gallon. I know this was years ago, but the point is that if we can build our country to back to what its beliefs were and get away from this nonsense, I don't see why we couldn't. I don't see why we couldn't go and build ourselves up. I don't see why we couldn't make a change in our everyday life. I don't see why we can't push ourselves to be a better country and a better community and be close with some of those that actually want to be close in general. I know that some of you are frustrated. Don't get me wrong. I'm just as frustrated as you are. But we also have to think about the main aspect of all of this that's going on. There are points in our lives where we really do have to step up and say, look, we have to make those changes. And this is one of those moments where we do. So as I've said before, this is something that has to continue to happen. You guys have to remember that we have to fight for our rights. We got to fight for what's in the right views. Just remember that, because that to me, that's what's important. That those are the things that I really still support to this day. As of right now, we are going to take a quick break. I am going to come back. We're going to finish conversation, and we are going to talk about the aspects of all of this story, how we're going to see changes, and what kind of changes could we possibly see going forward. And what are your thoughts? What do you think you'd like to see? If you'd like to get in on this, you want to be able to put your 2 cents in on this, you can phone in. I will definitely give you that opportunity to be able to have that conversation. And you will be able to phone in. You'll be able to speak out loud clearly on your opinion, your thoughts. And really, we want you to be able to speak up. It is your right. It is your intentions. And we want you to be able to have that opportunity to say what you'd like to say. Our direct number is 607-252-6474. Again, 607-252-6474. And the line is open. So please, if you wish to call, again, that number is 607-252-6474. And we hope that we can bring you in so we can talk about your debate, what your thoughts are, where your mind is at through all of this. Let's see what we can come up with. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here in the next few minutes. All right. Welcome back. Let me just get this screen swapped over here, guys. So be patient with me here for a moment. Some reason it's not. Okay, guys, we're good. We're good. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know why this is acting up or what the deal is. This is weird. I don't know what I don't know what the deal is. All right, so we were back to talking about the open aspects of the whole situation with the whole Charlie Kirk. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's an absolute disaster to see what happened, and I cannot say it enough. But I have so much. Uh, I don't know what's going on here. Why? Can you guys hear me? Okay, this thing is just not. We were back talking. Yeah, so it's still doing it. I just don't understand why I'm not getting any. I'm not sure what the deal is here. Let's see. Is it? Okay. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay. So guys, look, this whole thing went sideways uh with this whole conversation. I mean, it's just an absolute unreal situation. And I feel so devastated for the families and seeing what they've gone through. Um it's just unreal. Um, in reality, I mean, we have to think about some of the important pieces in life. Um, we all have families. We all have. Uh, some of us have kids. Some of us, have you know people around us um, that matter. Um, I think the important piece about all of this is that no matter what, we have constitutional rights that we need to be able to address. We have constitutional rights that we need to be able to follow. We have we have those rights, and we're going to use those. We're going to put those to use. And I think that from a standpoint, it's a shame. It's a shame that the left side wants to shut us out, keep us quiet, and keep us from being able to speak the truth. It's really, really upsetting. Um, and the way that I see this whole situation is, we put our efforts into being the best that we can be, not only as people, but to have them be able to shut us out and keep us from saying what really is the truth. Um, it's unlike no other. And I think that we also need to keep in mind that everything that we do going forward, those are things that we need to be able to keep in mind. Those are things that we need to address. Those are things that we need to be able to uh, jump into and speak highly of the situation. We need to speak truthful about the way that we present these things. And I think that the biggest problem we have is that people don't like to speak up. People just shut down. They keep quiet. They don't want to say anything. They want to make sure that no matter how much that they try to say something, they keep it to a bare minimum. It's time. America, it is time to stand up. It is time that we speak and speak truthfully. We have the right to opinionate what we should be able to say and how we say it. We have the right to be able to speak clearly about what we feel, what we think. Some people are going to say your opinion don't matter, but that's the thing. They're wrong. Your opinion does matter. Your opinion does count. You have the ability to step up and say, look, I'm tired of being quiet. I'm tired of not being able to speak up and say what I want to say without being judged or shut down. I mean, realistically, it's a damn joke. And when I sit here and I see the way that Charlie Kirk got shut down and assassinated, I'm pissed. Royally, I'm pissed. Because that man not only stood for America, but he believed. He believed in what was right. He believed in the truth. He believed in what mattered to us in trying to teach the younger generations that we have rights. We have constitutional rights. We have all of these different things put in place for us. The question of this all, why is it that we are being shut down? Why is it we're being pushed to the point of being shut up? Even to the point that he got assassinated. Why? It's a goddamn disgrace to see that people don't respect it. And he was a God-giving man who loved the people. He loved his life. He loved what he was doing. He became very big in his career. And seeing him be a major podcaster and seeing that he could change the view between a political a political aspect and a personal aspect in his own home life. That man deserves every ounce of respect. He deserves every ounce of honest faith. That man, yes, as of right now, he is with he is with the Lord. He is doing his duty, and he served. And he is a good man. It is an absolute disgrace what our country has turned into. I can't imagine how many more people are going to go through this. How many more people are going to be shut out? How many more people are going to go through this? When is this going to stop? Because it's getting to a point where people they're being shut down, they're being shut out, they're being pushed to the edge. And it's not right. What gives you the right to shut us down? What gives you the right to keep us quiet when we have the ability to speak up? Why can't we teach our younger generation about our past or what we should be able to speak of? No one gets to take that from you. Nobody. I think, honestly, with the amount of people that are seeing not only my podcasting, excuse me while I fix my microphone as it came out. I want people to realize, I want you to know that when I took the thought of doing a podcast, I really never thought that I would. I'm not big. I'm not big by any means. I'm not out here trying to portray myself to be big. I mean, I'm working towards building the viewers. I'm working towards building a bigger and better podcast stream for everybody and anybody. Realistically, it's a tough tough industry. You really got to have a close eye on some of these things. You have to be able to present yourself appropriately, and I think that with your support, with you guys speaking up, with you guys being able to be huge on this, we really feel that the important aspects of this is going to be your opinion, your thoughts. What do you think about this whole situation? I mean, realistically, it's a frustrating situation. Don't get me wrong. It really is. If you'd like to voice your opinion, you'd like to be able to jump in and be able to speak your words about this situation, you can call in our direct number. Like I said, our direct number to our studio, and I will give that to you, 607 252 6474. You can reach in to us live. You'll be able to voice your opinion. Again, like I said, our number to our studio is going to be 607 252 6474. And you can reach out to us. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear what your thoughts are with this whole ordeal. And, like I said, we want you to speak out. We want you to be open. Please don't shut yourself out. I'm not here to shut you down. Can I debate a little bit? Sure, I can. I can make a debate out of something that, is within reason. I'm not saying I'm ever going to be right, because I'm not going to try to be right all the time. Because the only way for me able to try to learn to be better at what I'm doing is to have a reasonable conversation, and a reasonable conversation that I can have with all of you. You can also follow us on Facebook at Jayy On The Wolf. Again, you can follow us on Facebook, like, share, follow us as as I continue to make my path through this moment of time. I've really been working hard to share these moments. It's really been a difficult situation. It is really a hard situation. It is. And I have to tell you, it's a very difficult situation. And hearing about the situation that happened this past week has been this past last week was a real struggle. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing. There's a lot of things that we're going to talk about. There's a lot of things that we're going to go on and discuss. It's not just going to be all political. It's also going to be some local news. It's also going to be some of our most important pieces. Our upcoming discussion is going to be about the FBI Director Kash Patel. And honestly, I don't really know where to go with this. Earlier today, I was watching that. I was watching the video of the discussions that were going on, and I was quite intrigued. So we're gonna get to that at some point. I'm gonna take a quick break, and after we take this break, when we come back, we're gonna talk about this particular topic. And we're going to see where this goes. I want to see what your responses are. I want to know where your mindset is at. I want to know what your thoughts are in regards to this. Please feel free to jump in and be open. We want you to have the ability to speak up. Do not hide it. Do not feel like you have to shut yourself out, because, my goal is to make sure that you are able to say your piece. This is all about you. This is all about what your opinion is and where your thoughts are. It's not just mine. That's a huge part of this. So just remember that those are all things that we need to remember. Those are all things that we have to take into consideration. And like I said, your cooperation and your support while I work on building my viewers, building up my podcast show is going to help us all the way. So again, like I said, my sincerity to the family for Charlie Kirk is there. We want you to realize that we support Charlie and his decision and his long-term career. We loved him. I followed him a long time. I want to say since 2018. Very, very smart man. And even being young for his age, he was a very dedicated person. We're going to come right back here in a few minutes. Let's try to take a quick break. And when we do come back, we're going to talk about the possible options. What makes your day? I want to know where your mind's at. Make sure you stay tuned, stay live, stay listening in. It is only going to be roughly about 2 minutes. When we come back, we're going to talk about all of this. It's Cash Patel, the FBI director. We're going to discuss his situation. Stay tuned. We will be right back after these few minutes. Remember to stay tuned, stay live. We want to make sure that you guys have the ability. That's why we're here. And that's one of the reasons why we're not giving up. We believe in giving everybody an opportunity to speak up. Stay tuned as we come right back. Alrighty, welcome back as we continue to keep working on this. Yes, that's correct. We have discussions that can be talked about beyond belief. Let me tell you, I have never, in all the time that I have been, working, trying to be a part of this whole podcasting. Not only has it been a interesting setup, but it's also been very interesting with the conversations. It's it is a hard decision when it comes to stuff like this. Sometimes it's scarier than others. What I will say is that earlier today I was taking a few minutes and I was watching some of the replayed videos of the arguments that were, that were coming from uh, Kash Patel, the FBI director, and the responses. I was I was absolutely stunned. I was absolutely stunned. And the amount of arguments that were coming from Mr. Patel were not only a disappointment, but it was quite quite disgusting. I don't know the dude, but respectfully, I can't stand how our government is continuing to fight over these ridiculous situations, and they don't they don't think before they speak. They don't think that people or Americans are going to speak up and say their piece. They really don't think it through. And I think that's an absolute disgusting situation. I mean, we're talking about so many things that are going on, and nobody seems to have an answer for any of this. None. I mean, it's a sad situation. It really is. Um, I can't say it enough, but what I will tell you is that this is an absolute disgusting mess, and I'm blown away at the way that people are responding about our political views. I'm disgusted at the way our government just continues to keep blowing us off. They're not listening. They don't take into consideration of the circumstances that have already happened. When does this stop? When does this stuff stop? When are we going to fight back, America? When are we going to start doing what is most appropriate? We can have a fight and fight back, but do it in the way that Charlie would have done it. Do it in a way where we can have that debate. We can debate it all day long and say what we want to say without being shut out, without being shut down. It's so sickening to see what our country has come to. It is. I mean, realistically, do I think that things could change? Do I think that stuff should be better in a different aspect? Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't tell you enough the frustration that I have with everything that's happened. I can't. And honestly, it's disgusting, particularly disgusting. It has. I've never seen it like this. It's unreal. It's unreal. It's just unreal, guys. I apologize for the sounds from the sirens. I do have the window open. It's been like 80 degrees in my damn apartment all day long. The AC system, I don't know what's going on with it, but it ended up quitting. So we are working on getting it fixed. We are working on trying to get it situated. So please be patient while we do have some distractions in the background. We are working towards it. It is something that we are trying to work with. I want to say that for you guys, I do want to say that we are making some improvements. We are trying to bring things to light. I think that the important piece of all this is, you know, it's all about change. It's all about doing it in the right way. And I think a lot more people are going to start being more open. A lot more people will start doing what they have to be. I want to say they really are going to start opening up. I mean, this country is, America needs to have change. And, the way that Charlie Kirk did what he did, it changes the entire aspect. It changes the entire situation. It's making things be so much better. He was trying to make change. He was trying to teach the younger generations of what it was really about. So that's huge. That's really huge. What I can say, for the most part, for some of you who watch my show, excuse me while I clean off the table here for my condensation from the soda. My real political view is isn't what all that matters. Like I said, I really do like to hear everybody else's opinion. Um, it's a real bizarre situation. Um, and I know some of you guys are probably like, why did you go from, uh, doing music to doing, these live podcasts? I find myself very interested in doing these live podcasts because it brings me the ability to speak my mind truthfully without feeling like I'm going to be judged. Like, I really think that being open and being honest and being as comfortable as I am, I'm able to sit here. I'm able to talk about these things. I'm able to sit back and be like, holy crap, like, what's going on with the world? Um, I guess I'm a natural at it. I just feel very comfortable with it. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to jump in and have a few words and say what I need to say. And I think that's one thing that I'm very gifted as. And excuse me. And I feel confident. I feel confident that what I'm doing is it's the right way. It's the right way. It just feels right to me. I know you guys have watched me over the years with you know doing different hobbies and different things, and uh, for once, this feels right. It really does. And I think that the more that I keep pressing it, the more that I keep pushing, the more that I open myself up to doing these live podcasts, I feel that I'm going to be very successful with how I present different stories, different news pieces directly. But the big part of all of this, guys, is your support. Your support is going to be everything. So, like I said, I want to say thank you. You guys really have, you really have changed that. Um, so just be aware. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys being there to help me get through some of these situations for sure. Uh, we are looking at a few different things for tonight. Uh, one of them, excuse me while I fix my mic here. One of the things that I wanted to discuss with you guys is what is your insight on some positive changes that you'd like to see? What's your thoughts about uh, making changes here in the Ithaca area? Because we really want to see change. A lot of us want to see a better outcome. A lot of us want to see more positive construction coming from our local legislative. And I have some faith in certain people within our legislative. Um, And to be honest with you, I I really want to see this happen. Um, I want to see the positive come out of this, and I think that that's what's really important. My ultimate goal for you guys the next couple days is going to be um is really going to be the question, the question that we're all looking for. Where do we where do we go with things? What do you guys think is going to happen? You know, there really is there's some really hard questions that are going to come out. And I do see that we are going to have to figure out how to answer that. I got to tell you, 13,000 views I've had since I started doing this podcasting. So thank you to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've had over 854% of interactions because of you all. You guys have really enlightened me being able to push forward. We've had 333% more followers and people following. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because your interactions, your views, your ability, I want you guys to be able to share, like, and share. Follow me on Facebook. I want to be able to have you guys interact, make comments, speak your mind. This is all stuff that I really would like to see happen going forward. But we need we need your support. It's all about you being supportive. It's all about you and how you wish to support me. Those are the important pieces. That is what matters. Those things are what create us having a stronger view, opinions. All of this plays into it. It is now, let's take a look here, guys. It is now 10:24. We've been on here roughly just about almost going on an hour. And we are trying to make some more positive changes. We are slowly making that happen. And honestly, we are working towards having a much more structured podcast. Thank you to you. Like I said, guys, 13,000 views since I've started. I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled. 13,000 views, that's huge. That is a really huge opportunity. And, without you guys, I would not be able to do what I'm doing now. It's just, it's a real fact. Without you, I would not be able to have that ability. And it's a pleasure to be able to have you guys on here. I am going to take a quick second and add one of my closer cameras so you guys can see me a little bit better. Your interaction with me will be a lot better. I have been working on trying to figure out how to add both cameras, have sound from both cameras. It's been kind of complicated, but it is working. It is slowly getting it. We are making some new steps to putting in the ability to have to be able to have certain things. Our biggest focus is going to be putting out there some kind of website. We are building one. We are trying to build a website that is going to benefit us and be able to have more contact and the ability to have more people involved. It's going to take some time. We are working on a step-by-step process. So please be patient as I work through this. It is it is a little bit of a process here. So just stay tuned with us, and we will be taking a quick break, and we will be right back. We are going to talk about some other options and other stories, some great stories, and then there's some other ones that we need to work on. As of right now, we are going to let you guys go for a moment. We will be right back after we get finished with this. Make sure you guys, like I said, stay tuned, stay live, do not go anywhere. We are going to be able to speak to you guys more about it. But as of right now, we're going to take a quick break. So stay tuned as we work on our next story of the night. And let's see if we can make this interesting. Let's see what we can do. We'll be right back. Alrighty, as we are coming back from our break. Yes, as I said, we're coming back from our break, and I'm actually quite happy about that. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you again. I had to turn off the light. It was becoming a little bit hectic. So, we are working on trying to get more of a better light situation, but I'm going to probably end up just putting on. Brighten it up a little bit, I suppose. All right, let's take a moment. That's right. So let's take a moment. Can I come back because we love it? That's right. So, all right. We have, let me see, did I lock it? I have no idea. I would assume I did. I believe I did. I believe I locked my door. It's all good. Okay, so two things we're going to go over today while I'm sitting here on our next conversation of the evening. All righty. Well, I would like to know what your thoughts are in discussion to AI technology. I would like to know what your thoughts are. My concern with the AI technology that we have is that we are dealing with some particular issues. And those particular issues are becoming a bit of a problem. A lot of people are receiving issues with some of the things that are going on. It's taking from our jobs. It's taking from our ability to learn what we had to learn growing up. I mean, I'm a 90s kid. Being a part of the 90s, we were in the generation where we went from having these simple blue Nokia phones. We're talking like we're texting and we had to push 3 times to change a number or 2 times to change for a letter, all these different things. And it was challenging. And then there are people that are older than me that are, they remember when stuff was a lot different. They had a lot different setup for themselves. They had a lot of different political views. They had a lot different things, a lot of them for sure. I think the real the reality of this is that when are things are they ever going to go back? Are we ever going to go back to a normal life? I understand we've had some traumatic situations happening. I get that we're going through some shit right now. We've been dealing with stuff on and off for quite some time. Really have. And don't get me wrong. It's a scary situation. Breaking news. All right, hold on a second, because we just got breaking news from a recent notification. I don't know how real this is. I don't know how much information is true. But we have something that is seriously wow. Okay. Guys, this is crazy. Hold on a second, because this is breaking news. 13 hours ago, this was wrote. A 71-year-old audience member present when Charlie Kirk was shot dead shouted at a police officer, "I shot him, now shoot me." Quoted, in a bid to give the real shooter more time to escape police, new police documents obtained by the news outlet Fox 13 allege that the man, named as George Zinn, drew police focus in an immediate aftermath of Kirk's shooting, which led to him being charged with obstruction of justice. The documents say that moments after Kirk was shot in the neck in front of thousands of students at the Utah State University, Zinn approached police officers shouting, "I shot him, now shoot me." Despite no weapon being obvious, Zinn continued to claim that he was the shooter, which led to his arrest. When asked about the location of the gun by the arresting officer, Zinn refused to answer. While being escorted from the scene in handcuffs, he told again to police, "Just shoot me." This is unreal. Once he was in police custody, Zinn asked for an attorney and said he had not, in fact, shot Kirk, but he had made the unfounded claims to draw attention from the real shooter. Zinn later made similar comments to the report, adding he wanted to be a martyr for the person who was shot. Is that martyr? I think I might be pronouncing it wrong, but police said dealing with Zinn delayed their response to Kirk's shooting and took up resources needed to help with the investigation into who actually shot the right-wing campaigner. Guys, I'm being 100% honest with you. This is unreal, like anything I've ever seen before. I mean, how much more are we missing out of this picture? I mean, there's been so many things thrown on the media, the news, talking about, this person did this or this person did that, and then there's different views of the video. There is so many things that question what was the actual outcome? What the hell happened? Why is this a problem? Why is this all coming out now? Why wasn't this discussed in the first place? I mean, I understand that people have to have, real evidence, real facts to back up what they're saying, because they don't want to publicly put it out there without something backing it up, which I get it. For being at a, for people being there and, working, as a reporter, you want to make sure that you're giving proper information. And I get that. By God means, I really do understand. I do. And there's a lot of frustration behind this. Truly is. I mean, I cannot say it enough. But what I will tell you is that the amount of frustration coming from many Americans, it's devastating to see how many out there are really opening up. How many of them are really starting to change sides with the political aspect and view. Change is needed. Change is 100% needed. It really is. Whether that change is going to actually happen, whether that change is going to, happen in general at some point sooner than later, I don't know. What I do know is that we have to start being able to stick up for ourselves. And we have to be able to say to ourselves, is this really, is this really how we want to see things? Is this what we really want for our country? Because there's so many things that can go wrong. There's so many things that could go right. But none of us will ever know where we will go with this. None of us know if it's going to work out. Some of us don't know. Some of us really don't. I honestly don't believe that I honestly don't believe that people are going to keep this hidden any longer. I really don't. I just don't see it. I think there's going to be a lot of open conversations. I think there's going to be a lot of open discussions in regards to how this gets talked about and what kind of changes. What kind of changes are there going to be? That is a question that you need to have. I want you guys to take a few minutes, think to yourselves, and prepare some questions. I want you to prepare some questions as well. You can also message us on Facebook Live. That's right. You can message us through the comments because we can see your messages. We can see your views. We can see what's going on. We want you to be able to, continue to keep jumping in. I want you to jump in on this. It's one of those things. It really is. There's a lot that we can learn from. There's a lot of things that we can do to change our opinion on what goes on and how we respond. Let me just, guys, I'm trying to get this thing to be quiet here. Our goal isn't to just shut people out. Our goal isn't to just shut you down. So just know that we are here. We want you to be open. We want you to have a conversation with us. We want you to be able to speak truthfully and be true to yourself. We're going to take a real quick break as I am going to set some stuff up for us, meaning we're going to set it up the way that we need to.
Yeah.
Take a break. I'm only going to be 2 minutes. We're going to do a couple things when I come back. And I want you guys to I beg that you please join in on this podcast. You have the ability to make a phone call. You have the ability to speak out. And you have the ability to tell me what you want to talk about. I want you to be involved. I want you to talk about things, and I want you to express your real opinion on how you feel. Your opinion really, truly does matter. You may call us. I'm going to give you our other line, 607-483-5459. Call in. Let's try to get you situated. Let's have a real argument about this. Let's have a real argument. Because I want to know where your mind is at, what your opinion is. I want you to really seriously take this into consideration. I like a good argument and a good debate. Because I know I'm not going to always win these debates. And trust me, I really don't think I will. But let's take a minute, take a break. We're going to come right back after this, and we're going to talk about your conversation and where you would like to see things. Stay tuned as we come right back.
And no matter what, love yourself first, then you're a man. Every time I try to do what's right, people bring it down, try to make it feel smaller now, but it ain't gonna let it happen this time. You got me thinking about all the real reasons that I wanna be with you. I can't see myself unless I see it right through, all the way through you. Now I feel like I've made up my mind. I know that I had it when I had you and had all the time in my life, 'cause now treat you like a queen, then what the hell am I doing here right now? But I need to learn what it's all about. Doesn't matter what they say, I just gotta know that you and me, we always gonna be together, no matter how hard things get. You and me, we always gonna be strong. I don't give a fuck about the bullshit and all the things that people think that we are. I just wanna know that you're gonna be right there, no matter what the people say, cause I'ma be true. I just gotta know that you and me, we always gonna be together. We ain't gonna fight like true fighters, and that's gonna be real clever. Fucking niggas. I just gotta know that they always gonna be with me when I never thought I'd see it through. I just gotta know that you and me, we tough like two. Doesn't matter what they say, I'ma do what I have to do just to make myself be popular, no matter how hard it's gotta be. I'ma become real, I'ma become rich, I'ma be could be, but you gonna support me like I never have been. I gotta live my life right up to the top. Gonna live in $1 million mansion like no one could ever love. Yeah, it's a real Hollywood event. No matter what they say, I'ma gonna do what I have to do. I don't give a fuck about the bullshit that they try to put you through. You and me, we gonna stick through it all. We don't give a fuck about the bullshit. Now we gonna take it down, oh, bring it down.
Yeah, as we come back, we are going to talk. That's right. We're going to talk about it. Like and follow us on Facebook. Be able to join us as we continue to keep doing what we are doing because we love it. We love your response. It's always going to be about what's important. Matter of fact, let's change the color. Let's make it interesting. Maybe we do a different color. I don't know. Not sure yet. But I want to make it interesting. And I want to make it very colorful. Not sure yet. Maybe we can make it darker red. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Just depends. I wanted to just have a conversation with you guys because again, thank you for your support. Thank you guys for coming out here and being able to, be able to keep my lives going. You guys really are making this a better place. You're making this a better place by being able to speak up. Again, if you want to call in and you guys want to have a debate, you want to have a conversation about your ability to what you have, I want to hear it. I got to be honest. It's truly amazing. It truly is. And I want you guys to know that this is a very important part of me being able to jump on here, have a conversation with you guys, and be able to talk about these things. Trust me, I do. I would love to. It is definitely something that I praise you guys on. It is something that I appreciate. And I would love to be able to it's a really great feeling to know that I have your support. So thank you. All right. So yes and no. Nobody's called in. Nobody's joined me on this call. But that does not mean by any means, does that mean that we are not going to get the outcome that we want? That does not mean that I won't have a discussion. That does not mean that I won't get the response that I'm looking for when it comes to discussions that should be talked about. All of that is going to come into play. All of that is going to come into how we address things. Honestly, as I've said, your support and your ability to call in to talk about it, your ability to jump in and say your piece, all that's going to be determined on how you respond and how you wish to go forward with this. That is all things that can be done. All you got to do is pick up your phone. Seriously, pick up your phone, call in 607 242 607 483 5459. Again, 607 483 5459. I was going to give you my other number for the studio, but I'm going to, again, give you the direct number, 607 483 5459. I want you to be able to call in. I want you to be able to have your own opinion on where we should go with things. Your opinion matters. Your opinion matters. It really does. This is something that you all deserve. This is something that every person should be able to do, no matter what the situation is. It's all up to you. It really is. So, like I said, how do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself with things? And one thing I will tell you, it's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you guys. It's all about you. How you approach it, how you want to see it, what you want to say. It's really there. I know. Sometimes I question it. I question some things I do. Don't get me wrong. I think to myself sometimes, why do I do the things that I do? I don't have answers. But what I do know is that I'm going to make a better impression. How I handle myself and how I say things. So, as I sit here, don't mind me while this is no nicotine. It's just vape water because I like the flavor. It's kind of refreshing, especially when you don't have anything else to do. I cannot say it enough, but my frustration with some of the local issues that are going on, the local issues that have to do with, the area and what we're dealing with. There's so many things that I want to talk about, and there's so many things that I want to talk about when it comes to our local issues. One of the people that I really enjoy having a conversation with when it comes to, a political view or, the ordeal. It's questioning. It really is. My biggest effort since I've started doing my podcasting is, reviewing some of the things that are going on. Excuse me, guys. I think if I make the impression that I'm looking for when it comes to doing these podcasts, my goal is to hopefully bring a better outcome. I just want you guys to know. Do you think that maybe you could give me some pointers? What kind of advice could you give me? What kind of things would you like me to talk about? What do you think will bring our viewers more interest? What do you think I can do to make this more viewable? What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on it? Because the more that we can get, the more people that we can have joining in, the more people that are be able to listen in. All of these things are going to be positive implements for me becoming a bigger podcaster. Um, I want to be. I really do. I want to be more. Um, I want to be more involved. I want you guys to know that I want to be able to, speak out about some of these ongoing issues. Uh, my goal is to really talk about all these things that are going on. It's really it's yes, it's frustrating. Trust me, I want to talk about things. Please don't mind me while I have my hat off because I am dying over here. Yes, I shaved all my hair off my head and I look absolutely weird without it. But please do not judge me for it. I've been I've been trying to grow my hair back. It is coming back in slowly but surely. As you can see, I got a bad widow's peak. So it's it, it's not pretty by any means, but it's better than being completely bald and having no hair at all. And trust me, I would love, realistically, I would love to be able to uh I would love to have a full set of hair with a ponytail, honestly. Growing it out is just a hard thing for me. I'd have to, obviously get some supplements to help with the growth of the hair because my hair grows really slow. It takes a while for my hair to grow out. I mean, I think if I could get it to grow out into a ponytail, I would be more intrigued by it. Um, I liked the idea of wanting a ponytail. Um, and the only reason that is because I have a brother who's got long hair, and he also, he also he's got long hair, um, and he's got his hair in a ponytail, and I find it pretty funny that he's got it. He's got a long ponytail himself. He's really been trying for a while to grow his out. And one of the things that him and I were talking about is, him being able to jump in and actually show me. He's like, listen, it took me a long time. It took me a long time. He said, it took me a long time to grow out my hair. And, it's a funny situation if you think about it. Uh, it's really interesting. Um, it took him a long time. It took him a really, really long time to be able to adjust to that. And he said he had a lot of times where he hated his hair the way it looked. He hated the idea. Ah, the sound of a motorcycle, guys. Sound of a motorcycle. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Uh it's a struggle some days. It really is. Um Sometimes it's crazy what we have to go through to be able to get where we want in life. Um it can be a serious struggle. It sure can. Um, and some days it's better than others, but it just depends on how you look at things and where you see things going. Um, Again, if you guys have questions, we want to, we want you guys to comment or message us. We want you to be able to get involved. We want you to be able to have your opinion, your say, everything. You need to be able to speak up. It's a fact. It truly is. So, we are going to take a quick break. I'm sorry. I am dying in this apartment. We have been dealing with our AC unit not working. So we are trying to find ways to cool off it in here. We've been trying to find ways to cool it down and get it back to a regular temperature. We have not been able to do so. And that is one of our biggest struggles right now. And I think it is going to be even much harder. It's unreal. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So make sure that you like and follow us on Facebook. We are also on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube as well, Jayy On The Wolf. Make sure that you guys spell it correctly. It's with 2 Y's. Not 1, but 2. And we are going to take the opportunity to talk more about some of our personal opinions. We're going to talk more about some of our options. We're going to talk about maybe we even talk about some of these new devices. I mean, I just bought two new home security cameras, and those home security cameras are phenomenal, guys. I absolutely love it. I have to tell you, these new home security cameras are they're unreal. They're absolutely fantastic, and I have to tell you, I have not ever found a better working camera than what I found this past, just recently. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We have a lot more to go over, a lot of things to talk about. Things are going to get better. They are going to talk about different things. So make sure you guys are staying on, listening live. And don't forget, we're not just any podcast. We're a podcast you can be able to opinionate yourself. Don't be afraid to stop in, say hello, message us, like us on Facebook, and share us with your friends, your family. We want you to have your opinion, your say. Why be afraid? We want you. Isn't that what Uncle Sam says? Keep us live. Keep us going. Support, like, follow. Also, make sure that you are staying live. Stay live with us. Don't go nowhere. We got a lot more things to talk about. The more followers that we have, the more people that get involved, the more people that stay on here to watch me as I am always on. Your support, you following, you subscribing, you guys being here is going to help me boost. And honestly, the more people that really subscribe, the more people that like and follow me on Facebook, guys, your efforts are going to help me build. And when I do, I'm hoping at some point that we can start giving away free gifts. I'm hoping that we can start doing contests. I'm hoping that we can make a better implement. I'm hoping that I can make an impression on our community. But it's your support. It's your support. And it's all about how you have a play and a part in this. Stay tuned. Stay live. We are going to take a quick break. And as I come back, we are going to have so much more to talk about And we're going to have a lot more ability to talk about some of these things that are going on. Just remember, we're not just a podcast. We're your local podcast and your local debate, because we want you to be able to have that opinion and to speak what you feel is true. Stay tuned, as we will be right back after these messages. We are back. That's right. We are back. And we have a lot to discuss. A lot. A lot of things. It's going to be interesting. But now that we are back, now that we are able to have an open discussion, again, we want you guys to be able to have your true opinions counted for. We want you to speak out. We want you to have the discussion with us. We want you to be able to call in and talk about what you see going on. It's really not a hard situation to put on for yourselves. It's the question of, where do you see things going? Where do you see things going with our country? Do you think that it's going to get worse before it gets better? Do you think that it's going to maybe change the complexity of our situation? Where do where do you see things? Where do you see it? Because I'd really like to know your position, your input. I'd like to know where your mind's at, what you're thinking, what you have to say. All of this are things that I want to share with you. These are all things that I want you to be able to jump into and say your piece. Guys, it's not just about what I have to say. It's not. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. It's not a hard situation to talk about. It's really not. Don't mind me, guys. I did have to turn off the live on air sign because it was kind of blurring out a little bit. Is it really that crooked? No, I can't. I don't think it was. Is that better? I can't tell. Looks like it's a little bit off. Maybe that's that. Maybe it's that. That does look a little bit better. Does it look better to you guys? I can't tell. It should be all right. I have to tell you guys that I've run into some situations where we've had people that have come on here. We've had people from all over, from as far as Australia. We've had people from the UK. We've had people from southern states, as far as California. We've had a great audience, a really great audience. And I have to tell you, I'm not surprised. I shouldn't say un. That was a kind of a bad word to use. I'm not surprised. Having the amount of viewers that I have right now, and to be able to sit back and talk about these things, and these are all things that I'm impressed with. I truly am. It's kind of a surprise to me that I actually get this many people. It is. It's actually the truth. I am very surprised at how many people I'm actually getting on these lives. It's really an amazing moment for me. It's an amazing moment for some of you that are watching and that are actually here. We want you to be a part of this. And we're hoping that we can get more people. We are on Twitch. We are on some of these others that are following. We have YouTube, we have Facebook, we're on Kick as well. We're all over this. And honestly, we really have been pushing. We have been. We have been pushing. We're pushing for this stuff, guys. We were trying. We are trying to get this set up to be able to do this stuff. It's not easy. It's been a very difficult situation, and we've really been having uh, we've been having a really tough time with getting it set up like this. Um, let's see, I can definitely tell you guys, it's not getting any easier. We are slowly learning about the positive and the negative outcomes, and we are struggling to get where we want to be with the followers. It's it's really more of an upsetting moment in my life because tr- I'm struggling. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying for one bit that I'm not. That I'm not saying that I haven't made enough effort. Like, I am trying. I am trying to build a community, and I am trying to build a path of things that can be discussed. I'm trying to bring in some people that can talk about different subjects. I guess from a realistic point of view, um, do I see myself being big at some point? It's a possibility. It's about being consistent. It's about being uh it's about having that ability. I guess the question is whether people really want to um let's see. Okay. Mm, okay. Cool. Um yeah, like I said, guys, I really want to see a better outcome. I really want to see things get better. I want to see things turn out better for my viewing, and I'm hoping that this does get better. I really do. Uh, it is it is an amazing moment in my life that I'm actually able to say specifically that I am trying. I am trying. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get more people involved. I'm trying to, you know, make it more open and honest. Truly, I truly do. Uh, it's it's crazy. It really is. It's a crazy moment in life when you work hard. You try to build yourself up on these platforms to, you know, show people that you want to get up there. You want to be bigger. You want to show people that you've got the ability to do these things. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. I am trying to get comfortable while I'm doing these podcasts. Um, it's not always as easy as everybody thinks they are. I think if we can work towards a bigger subscribing community, I would appreciate it. I'd love to have more followers. I really love to have you guys join in more and watch this. Watch it live because, like I said, you guys being able to communicate with me. If you're not able to, guys, um, I am going to add in some social medias for links because I want you guys to be able to come on here and join in because that's to me honestly that's the only way that you're going to be able to log in and follow us. Um, that to me is going to be huge. Um, Easiest way to follow me if you have Facebook, it's very easy. If you go on, you can follow us on Jayy On The Wolf. Like I said, we are live. You can follow us on Twitch. We are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. We are live on multiple platforms. And I want you to be able to jump in on this. I really do. Uh, I think the hardest thing for me has been I, I think the hardest thing for me trying to build my the group of people I have it's been very it's been very competitive. It's been very competitive, not in a bad way, but it's been very competitive because there are so many people talking about different things that are going on in the world. Um, it's tough. It really is. My achievement for some of this, uh, I'm hoping that I can get people on here. I'm hoping that I can build a bigger platform. I'm hoping that I can build the platform that I want. There are conversations that I would like to have, but can't seem to build it because of so many things that are going on. It is a target that I'm working for, and it is something that I would like to build going forward. So if you have suggestions, if you guys got something that you can help me grow, please tell me. I love having that introduction. I like having you guys jump in on things. And realistically, it would be fun. It would really be fun. It's huge. Uh, I do want to talk about some options of being able to do certain things. But it's gonna take some time to do this stuff. Let's see, monetizing. I need to do this. So just please be so give me a second, guys, while I do this. I'm trying to get this set up so I can do okay. Trying to get it set up so okay, perfect. Um Okay. Sorry, guys. I am trying to set this up so that way I can, work on getting monetized for this. It is a little bit of a crazy situation here. So just give me a moment while I'm working on this. We are okay. So 765. 765. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Um, we are trying to 00. What is it? Twitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, bottom. Well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure what's going on here. Scan the QR code. That doesn't make sense. So, what is going on? Tokens. Your token expire. I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna just do this because I'm trying to set this up, but I'm having some struggles here. Um, it's the 6-digit 673764. Okay. All right. So I got that. Okay. Um, we are trying to. Okay. Why did that just do that? I don't understand. Okay. That was weird. Hold on, guys. I am literally trying to do this, and this has been. Okay. We're trying to get this set up so we can get monetized. There is so many things that have to be done in order to be able to monetize and work our way up to be able to do this. We are slowly making this happen. So, yes, perfect. Okay. All right. So, realistically, yes, we are slowly making progress. We are getting things set up. It's it's definitely getting better. I just have to figure out how to do this. Okay, monetize. Oh wait, I gotta do this now. Okay, there we go. Um, okay. Okay. Let's do this. We're gonna set it up here. Okay. Um, okay. Yes. Delete. Continue. Okay, we're reading it out. Blah blah blah. I agree. Authorize. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Save. Awesome. Yeah. See, guys, this is what I love is I'm able to do all this stuff and set it up the way that I need um, to be able to get it where I want it to be. Um, it is definitely a lot easier. Perfect. Yes. Submit. Okay, that's why. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is quite interesting, honestly. Um, just download that. Okay, we're good there. Okay. Um, okay. 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 Let's do we're gonna do that. Do that. Okay, done. Okay. Um, wow. Yeah, this is great. Continue. Okay. Okay. You guys are watching, I apologize. Some of you guys are still watching, which is okay. We are glad that you guys are. It's quite actually nice. Um, okay. Um, I gotta pull up this stupid stuff. Next. Okay. All right. So in progress. I already think it's there. Continue. Verify. Start verification. Easy enough. That'll be easy. This is what I love. Can verify. Oh, we can verify. Okay, hold on. Uh, you know what? I got this because I can do this. Okay. All right. Wow. Let's change. let's change this. Hold on, guys. Start verification. We are going to continue on another device. All right, give me a second, guys, while I am working on this. Please be patient. I am seriously trying to make this situation work. Oh, stuff left and right. Okay. Okay. Now we're into the back side. Use this. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're good there. Let's see what it says. It's getting there. We're almost there, guys. Perfect. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce, man. Everything is completed. Everything is done. Okay. Awesome sauce, people. Awesome sauce. All right, we're gonna reload and get this all back up and situated, and get connected back on with Twitch because we were disconnected. So now that we're here, this makes life a little bit easier. All right, let's see where we are at. Still, we're still in ninth place. So I applied on this. Okay, that's done. Okay, we applied to do a. We we applied for a contest for it's called Face of Halloween, and it's absolutely amazing. I mean, honestly, it's been pretty cool. Trying to see here. There's a yeah. I mean, I definitely can say that. I can honestly say that this whole situation is getting better. We are starting to see, hopefully, things pick up. Let's see. It's really my Twitch. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Okay. Awesome. You earned. All right, let's take a look. Okay. All right. So that's what it is. Okay. Guys, we are working on trying to build up more people in here, more followers, more viewers. We are trying to build up something for us to enjoy. It's just been a little bit crazy with everything. Um, don't mind me while I kind of put some background music on here. I will say this. I have found myself to actually enjoy being not only on Twitch, but I've started to figure out some of the fun and interesting events or different things that some people haven't picked up on yet. There are conversations that talk that do talk. There are some people on here that actually do. If you are watching as a viewer here on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or even Kick, go down in and say hello into the chat. We always like hearing from you. We like to be able to know who is all watching, where you're from, and what kind of view do you want? What do you want to see? What do you want to talk about? What's your thoughts on it? We want to know what you want to talk about. We want to know where your mind is at. It's not always about us and how we feel, but the question of the hour is, what do you want to see in this video? How do you want to see things? Because it isn't always just about me. It's about you. It's about you being able to stand up and talk about the things that are important to you. What kind of discussions would you like to have? Don't mind me and my baldness a little bit. I'm working on growing my hair back. It's kind of the one thing that I am working on. I want to know where your mind's at. What do you want to discuss about? Are you a gamer? Are you somebody that wants to talk about political? Are you somebody who wants to talk about something just random? It's not about anything but what our followers want to hear. That's the important piece of all this. What is it that you want to hear? Because what you want to hear is more important than what I have to say. We're going to take a quick break. When I come back, I better have some people in there in the chat room. Say hello, say hi, tell me what you want to do, what you want to talk about. Because it isn't just about me talking to you guys. We got to talk about some of this stuff that's going on. You're my followers. You're the viewers. I got to have you guys on here to be able to talk about some of these things that are going on. Because I want to know. I really do. I really do. Because I got to be real with you guys. I really think that us talking about these things are going to be huge. For anybody on Facebook, I apologize. We are going to be removing Facebook for the rest of the evening because I cannot play some of the background music that I want to play because Facebook bans me from it, which is stupid. YouTube, hate to say it, you guys kind of suck. I mean, you do the same thing as Facebook. You kind of ban people from being able to play some of the good music, some of the stuff that it helps people build, helps build them their podcast, helps build them their viewers. And I get it, it's copyright music, which we understand. But if it's open to the access to the public and we're using it to help build our viewing, to get more subscribers, guys, it sucks. We're going to come back in a few minutes. We're going to work on some of this. Stay tuned, stay live. Let's figure out where we want to go with this, because it's your bottom dollar in your pockets that are going to help me be able to grow. It's going to be about you being a supporter, being the ability to jump in and have a conversation. Let's come back after this. and we will talk more. It is all about you and all about what your thoughts are. So stay tuned, stay live. We are here to talk about anything and everything. You can join us if you're on Twitch. We can invite you in. We love invites. We love people coming in. Tell me what you want to talk about. We're always willing to listen. Talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned. Stay live. We'll see you shortly.